Hello everyone, my name is Asyrafchazz and welcome back to yet another One Piece card game video. So if you guys have not heard the news, right now in conjunction with the release of the film Red in Japan, they are releasing a special deck of 40 cards featuring characters from the film itself, including a brand new leader based around the title character Uta. And I'm excited to talk about them in this video. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribing if you want to keep up to date with more One Piece card game news. I'm sorry this news came a little bit late, but I'm excited to talk about it still. Without further ado, let's take a look at the promo cards coming in conjunction with the release of film Red. So before we get into the cards, I just want to say that these cards are currently being released in Japan only, and I have no news, or we don't have any news that it's gonna be out for the rest of the world. I do hope that they bring it over to like at least the regional ones, and when the English release comes out, you guys will get one as well when they start showing the movies there. I really hope they do, because some of these cards actually really have some useful effects that might influence the metagame a little bit. So I don't know how they're gonna approach this in the future, but I'm pretty sure Bandai will let us know. So first of all, let's take a look at the leader of this kind of special deck itself. This is Uta, and she's a red colored identity leader, 5000 power, the special attribute with 5 life, and she has a really cool ability. Her ability is activate main once per turn, pay 1. That means you just rest 1 Dawn to activate this ability. Up to one of your characters without effects gain plus 2000 power during this turn. Seems like she's leaning towards a more vanilla tribal, which is kind of cool, but you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It means Karoo is fair play. Karoo is back in the meta game. But in all seriousness, I think this is a really interesting way to put the leader. It is decent enough to kind of see play, but it's not necessary for you to have for like a meta game. I don't think the ability is like extremely strong unless like some really talented deck builders can make it work. I'm pretty sure, you know, some of these vanillas have really high power level, and you just like get to that 6, 7, 8 Dawn turn, drop down a high powered vanilla card, use her ability, and just go ham. I mean, like, it could happen as well. But let's talk about all the other cards, starting with the Jellyfish Pirates. Now, the Jellyfish Pirates are part of the upcoming movie. 3 cost 5000 power, the special attribute with counter 1000, part of the film trait and Jellyfish Pirates, and they're vanilla. So tying in with Uta's ability, it's really good. Moving on. So this is one of the cards that I actually really am curious to kind of know your thoughts about. This is Gordon. Gordon is also a character coming up from the movie film Raid. 1 cost 2000 power with the wisdom attribute, part of the film trait, and his ability is activate main. You can return this card to the bottom of the deck. Up to one of your opponent's characters lose minus 3000 power during this turn. So like this card actually can see some play. I can see in like, okay, there's a lot of 1-cost searches right now, especially if you're playing against someone playing green. I mean, you got your Momonosuke, you got Jewelry Bonnie. So let's say you play this guy on turn 1, right? You have a character card that can attack into those searches. And then you pair this with like the 3-cost Robin that can, when attacking, destroy a character that has 3000 or less power. So you could essentially use Gordon to attack into one of those searches, send him back to the bottom of the deck, reduce like a Trafalgar Law from 6000 power to 3000 power, and destroy it with Robin's attack. I mean, it is actually, you know, you could actually kind of play along with Gordon as well. So I'm not sure if these cards are playable in like tournaments in the future. That's why I'm wondering if it's going to be widely available for everyone else in the world. I hope Bandai gives us an update about this. And you know, not only that, but I really would love to own like the Uta leader. And a lot of these cards I actually really do love the artwork for. And speaking of which, this next card has my favorite artwork of all time. So this is Kobe, and look at the card's artwork. I mean, I'm a sucker for really cute illustrations. I mean, I'm a huge fan of like illustrated style artworks, and this guy gets my vote for the best looking card in the whole of One Piece card game. I mean, like Comic Shanks, who? Nah, this guy, Kobe. So Kobe is 3 cost 3000 power with the striker attribute, part of the film and Marines. So Kobe has blocker, and he also has trigger play this card. It's a 3 cost 3000 power blocker with a triggered ability to play this card. I think Kobe is actually really good, and I would see myself playing 4 of this guy. Not because I'm impartial towards the artwork or something, but like I really do think that there is a place in decks for Kobe to be played in the future. So I like it. I like Kobe, and I really love the fact that his artwork looks so good, so cute, man. Speaking of another cute artwork, look at this Sunny Cool. God damn, they really know how to promote a movie. One costs 3000 power with the wisdom attribute with counter 1000, part of the film and Straw Hat Crew. This is Sunny Crew. This is, I mean, like, look at this card. It's so good. I mean, it looks cool. And I believe that they are partnering with Band Presto as well to put like the figures, or at least the images of the figures on the cards, which you will see more later on. But you know what? I'm sorry, Karoo, but this card replaces you. I'm sorry about that. Next up, we have the main man himself, Shanks. 8 cost 10,000 power with the slasher attribute with counter 1000, part of the film, 4 Emperors and Red Hair Pirates. And this is part of the promotional image for the release of the One Piece film Red. And you know, he looks good. And you know, if you're kind of playing it alongside Uta as a leader, I mean, he becomes what, 12,000 power beater? Sure, I mean, like, some decks can't really deal with this guy. I mean, Shanks is great and I love the artwork. Next, speaking of like more card artworks with like the figure images, we have Trafalgar Law. 4 cost 5000 power, the slasher attribute with counter 1000, part of the film Supernovas and Heart Pirates. And his ability is on play, up to one of your opponent's characters lose minus 2000 power during this turn. So yet again, just a really decent effect. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some use for this kind of effect, minusing power in general, to like, use with like Nico Robin, or attacking into it with like one of your leaders or your characters. But the fact that I gotta give Bandai props, because like at least they're doing something fundamentally unique by using like toy or like figure images onto the cards itself. But I gotta say, Trafalgar Law looks like really weird here. But hey, I mean, some people are into that. If you're into collecting like the figures themselves, if you have the figure, you might as well get the card as well. Next up, we have Bartolomeo, 2 cost 3000 power with the striker attribute, part of the film Supernovas and Barto Club, and has blocker. So at least for this one, he looks kind of okay. Maybe from the front, it still looks like Bartolomeo, so I still like this card. I mean, the artwork with the patterns and the graphic around it's pretty cool. So I wonder if these cards, I wonder if some of these cards are going to be foil. That's what I forgot to mention that earlier, but I wonder if the Uta leader is going to be foil. So only time will tell. Next up, we have Bepo with the Uta outfit on. 3 cost 2000 power with the striker attribute with counter 2000. Part of the film Ming Tribe and Heart Pirates, with the ability Dawn 1 when attacking, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3000 or less power. So a slightly weaker powered version of the Robin card that we see in OP01, but with the added benefit of having plus 2000 counter on it. So I mean, this could be playable in some decks. I'm pretty sure like some people will definitely make it work. Like, I think there's a situation where you would kind of run a mix between this and Robin. So, although if you only put like Dawn 1 on him, it's only 3000 power, so it's gonna be hard to attack into certain things. Next up, we have Helmo. So once again, another really cool illustrated style card. 1 cost 2000 power, the slasher attribute with counter 1000, part of the film and Marines, and on play, up to one of your opponent's characters lose minus 2000 power during this turn. So similar to like Otama, same ability but with counter 1000. So you know, power is there but a little bit weaker on the counter aspect. You know, still decent looking card. I really like it. And next up, we have Ben Backman himself. 7 cost 9000 power with the range attribute with counter 1000, part of the film and Red Hair Pirates. But damn, this artwork goes hard. I love how they look. I love how Ben Backman looks like on this card. I mean, this full art, like no like text box, is the way that they should be approaching the vanillas in this game, and I'm glad they're doing it for at least this set of cards. Next up, we got Monkey D. Luffy, yet another Luffy card. I mean, I'm promising you guys, the day is coming closer till we get a Luffy tribal deck, and I'm gonna make sure that happens, okay? 4 cost 6000 power with the striker attribute with counter 1000, part of the film Supernovas and Straw Hat Crew. And yeah, this artwork is also used in the promotional images, especially in the posters for the film Red. So having it on a card actually really is quite a good collectible item, especially when you go see the film, and like if you're a fan of the movie, this is a card to pick up, definitely. And lastly, we have Yasuo himself. 6 cost 8000 power with the range attribute with counter 1000, part of the film and Red Hair Pirates. And once again, the artwork on it is just boss, similar to like Ben Backman. I really love it when they do like full art, like top to bottom, no like that text border card. Like, this is a great way to showcase vanilla cards. I mean, they might not be as strong as some other cards with effects, but at least they look good. So there you have it, every single card that's going to be given out in the promotional deck. I'm excited to see if they're going to be releasing it like outside of Japan. I really hope they do, because I mean, I got my tickets to Film Raid. I'm actually going to go see, actually going to go to a fan screening, so I'm actually excited to see the movie. If you guys want to see what happens on the day and you want me to film it, let me know in the comment section below. But the one thing that I want to know from you guys is, are you going to watch Film Raid? I mean, there's no guarantee that we're going to get this card, but at least there's a guarantee that you can watch the movie. Hopefully you guys go watch it. I think it's going to be one of the best movies, or at least one of the best One Piece movies of all time. And I love Uta, I love her songs. I mean, Ado really did a wonderful job of singing every single soundtrack. The soundtrack's gonna be bangers, man. It's gonna be banger. Well, that's it from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that update video. I still have some more videos talking about some other cards that are coming up, and I'm excited to share them with you guys in the future. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.